Hi. Hello. All right, I have no idea. I did not do that many camera checks actually, so I'm hoping we're gonna be in the center kind of. Yay! We made it. Hello. Hi, Wigfoot. Enjoy your 586th seltzer. And Madison, hi. Always with the really nice entrance. I like contrasting that with the with some of the Madison lines. Also, Madison enjoyed 263rd seltzer. There we go. Got that open. I don't have oily fingers today, which is pretty good, I feel like. Oh, you know what I didn't do today? Hold on, I've got to add the food tags. Forgot we're a food stream today. Let's just stare at nothing for now. Just pretend. I'm gonna do cooking. And then food. We love cooking, we love food. Beautiful. We're making pretzies today. This was so, I don't even know, something definitely like triggered this idea. I just don't remember like what it was. Like something today, like this afternoon, like I saw something and I was like, that's what we're gonna end up doing tonight. But I don't know how, I don't know what it was. It could have been a TikTok, it could have been something on Twitter, could have been a YouTube video. Could have just been me existing outside. I don't know. I don't think there's anything at work that was pretzel related. I did see pretzels. They were regular, like hard, tiny pretzels at work today. Could it have been that? Maybe. Also, Giselle entered 395th seltzer. Hi. How are y'all doing today? I'd love to hear about your day. My day was pretty like solid, I would say. A little bit low on sleep because I stayed up playing Elden Ring. We didn't stay up too late last night playing Elden Ring, but we stayed up like a little bit. I died, I think, I'm at 70 deaths right now. But I think we're doing better. We're doing better. What else did I do today? I went to work today. I slept a little bit. I went to work. I came back from work. I got back from work like a little bit, not on the later side, but like later than like an early. Sometimes usually when I go in, like I can maybe come back like a little bit earlier and then just finish stuff here. But I ended up staying a little bit longer than expected. I ended up eating later. By the way, I still have I still have our buns left from the other stream, and I reused this bag for them. But don't they look? These are not. Don't they look official? Don't these buns look? Doesn't that look official? I'm so proud of it. It's been like, how long has it been? I don't even know how long it's been. But like they've survived, they've lasted. And you know what? I realized that I should like store them just out instead of in the fridge, and they're soft again. So I think that's the strat. They're delicious. I've been using them to make sandwiches. I used it once for a burger. I want to use it for a burger again before I finish the entire batch. But I should probably get a different bag too to like store these in as just like a constant. But I just leave them out now in this little basket. And those are our buns that we made. But yes, I'm just playing my Elden Ring. NG+, is that like after you beat it, like continuing? I've been going through everything I own and I'm exhausted. So you've been going through everything you own. Like, are you like seeing like what to like keep and get rid of, or are you like looking for something? Also, Jackie, enjoy your 261st seltzer. Oh, I didn't claim my seltzer. Can I claim it from here? Ooh, Vision's gonna be, that's gotta be the seltzy. Hell yeah, me enjoy my 465th seltzer. We're stacked 11-11. Oh, I don't even know how far away we are from the actual, from this ending, but we got about 25 more seconds, I think. Making it there. It's a second run with all your stuff and levels. Oh, that must be so cool. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Cause then like, it's like you get to, I feel like, I mean, obviously you're limited by your level. Like I'm limited by my level, like, and I keep trying to like level up a little bit more to maybe be able to do things better. But it's cool being able to be like, all right, now that I have everything, like, let me try running this back to like parts that like I played when I was like inexperienced and see how much of a difference it makes. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that with Elden Ring. That sounds fun. But yeah, today was almost gonna be a gaming stream. And then I was like, I kind of feel like, I don't know. I felt like doing a cooking thing because I don't know. I like the recipes that I wanted to do this week had a little bit less potential. And then I was looking at, so I'm used to getting like little packets of yeast. Every recipe I've been looking at has involved dough lately, and all dough needs to rise for the most part, unfortunately, in the recipes that I'm looking at. Not across the board. Before you bring up dough that doesn't rise. In every recipe that we're looking at, it involves like adding yeast and like letting it rise for a little bit. So like, damn. And then I was like, the yeast packets give you such a small amount, which is fine because you'll manage for a few recipes. But like, once you open the packet, like it's open, and like I feel like I need to keep finding recipes that have the exact amount. And then I was like, let me just buy a jar. So I bought a jar of it. So now I have a lot more. And for I think a lot. I think this is probably better value. But now we can make so much more bread and pizza dough. Yeah. The enemies are harder each game though. Oh wait, each new game though. Like they have more health and stuff. Oh. Damn. Do the enemies get harder? Okay, so they get harder with each new game, not with your level, right? Like they don't like scale as you level. They scale as you like start the game over from the same like save. Oh, that was good. That was a really tasty one too. Cool. I'm interested. I like that. That would definitely, like, that makes me want to play it more beyond beating it. I'm confident that we will beat this game. It'll be a triumphant moment for us too. Also, Katie, enjoy your 336 seltzer. This is another thing that I want to do with today's recipe. I wanted to make something that was like slightly dessert-like. Although we're gonna be making both a savory and a sweet version of this. So I was thinking, usually when I have like the sweet ones, I never really have like a sweet pretzel, and like you can, people do, but usually when I have like the sweet ones, like the cinnamon sugar ones, I have them as like bites. So I think we might make like 1 or 2 savories, maybe 1 savory, and then just like a bunch of like little bites. And then with the extra dough, I may fold them into pretzel form, but then freeze them. So we're only going to end up making probably one or 2 regular looking pretzels, because apparently like they're only really good when they're fresh. 1 or 2 regular standard giant pretzels, plural maybe, and then a bunch of little bites. I did get cream cheese in case we wanted to make the dip, which is delicious. But I'm gonna see just depending on how we're doing in terms of time. I don't think it's gonna take a lot of time, but there is a little bit of waiting time, which is unfortunate. But it is just mixing stuff together. Then you knead it, then you let it rise for like an hour and a half or an hour or something. And then, but some recipes say that you can wait less. But I feel like this one, like I feel like I'll wait like the whole like hour to hour and a half, maybe something like that. I like cover my mouth. Yeah, my microphone's underneath me, so what is that really doing? But then after that's ready, then we split it into balls, and then we roll it out, and then we make the shape. I watched videos of like Auntie Anne's training to see how they make their pretzels and how they fold them. They're really good at it. I think I'm gonna struggle a little bit. We're gonna make sure, we're gonna try our best to get it right, but you gotta basically hold them up, then you gotta keep like one hand still, and you kind of like whip the other one around, so it does like a little 360, and then use the counter to like, I don't know, they do it in a swift motion. I think we can do it in a swift motion too, with just a little bit of practice. And then once we get our pretzel shape, then I'll take the other one, I'll roll it out, I'll cut it into little bites. We're going to make a boiled water and baking soda little bath for it. And then we basically dip them in that for like 30 seconds. And then we take it out, and then we, for the savory ones, we're gonna salt it, and then we're gonna bake it. We might butter and salt it. I gotta look at what the recipe calls for again. And then for the sweet ones, we're not gonna do any of that. We're just gonna bake the pretzel, and then we're gonna take it out, and then we're gonna melt butter, and we're gonna have a little cinnamon sugar dip, like sprinkle thing. And I'm gonna brush the butter probably on top of it, and then we're gonna put the nice, sorry about that, the nice sweetness on top of it. And I'm very excited for that. It's gonna be delicious. By the way, there's a boss list or map for Elden Ring if you ever just want to go for it and fight things. Interesting. Huh, makes me want Auntie Anne's. Yeah. So the recipe that I linked also, I linked 2 recipes in my recipe thing. I'm intrigued by the Elden Ring thing. I might make a new overlay for Elden Ring. I might make like a prettier deaths overlay, and I might make a boss counter. The thing is, how do I know when I'm versing a boss versus when I'm versing like just someone hard? Like, how do I tell when it's me or when like they're actually challenging? That's another thing that I want to know, because I would like to make a boss counter, but I don't know like what like the total is, and I don't know when like I'm versing one. But in terms of the Auntie Anne, so I have 2 recipes linked. One of them, the main one that we're following, is I did half the recipe. We're halving it. We're not doing the whole thing. There is some Auntie Anne slander in that video, which I do not appreciate. But the recipe does look good, and people's responses to it seem like it's a tasty recipe. So we're gonna be doing that recipe, except for in that recipe they're like dipping it in lye and water instead of baking soda. We're not gonna be doing that. I didn't even know what lye was before this, but I'm not using it for like the risks. Apparently, it is a little more risky though. Like you don't want to touch your skin. You can get like food grade lye, and you don't want to touch your skin and all that. But everyone else on the internet uses baking soda and water, and they're like, this gives you the same results, and it's safer and easier to get. So we're going to be doing that. So I linked 2 recipes. One of them is the main recipe that we're following, and the other one is the Preppy Kitchen version of the recipe that uses the baking soda bath like all the other recipes that I found. So like that one step where we're dipping it in something, I'm using the Preppy Kitchen step, but everything else I'm using the Josh Weissman recipe, which is, again, all linked. And I already added it to Discord. I also added the previous recipes to Discord from the last 2 streams that we did. So now we are officially caught up on the Discord, including today's recipes. So I'm very excited to do them. Also, Maniac enjoyed 275th seltzer. But yes, I'm very excited. I really think this one's going to be manageable. I think there's going to be a good like hang-in stream type of thing. Double hiccup. Triple hiccup. And I think it's going to be a little bit easier to manage. I think the last stream that we did, what was the last one was the onion rings and the potato rolls. And that one was like constant movement. That one was we balanced 2 recipes at once. And I realized that when I was adding the recipes to Discord today, I was like, damn, last time we were switching from like one to the other and like with like, you know, the timing and stuff. I don't really have anything in particular to fill in the hour and change that we need to wait for this dough to rise. I am a little bit hungry, so maybe I'll make some miso soup in that. Oh, and I also want to make more mayo. I ran out of mayo. So we'll probably make some more mayo. I'll probably make some miso soup as a little snacky snack. And then that'll help us, you know, shave some time off of the waiting time when it comes to the dough rising. But I am looking forward to all of it. I think we're gonna eat well tonight. I think we're gonna have some good pics of the food afterwards too. And if this works out, I would really love to make this recipe for friends as well. We're really stacking up some good snacks. I feel like next time that I have like a potluck or something. Also, Perch, enjoy your 437 seltzer, and welcome back. Let me see. Are you coming to the stream? Are you coming to the stream? I'm trying to. What was I talking about when you said that? I want to get the reference so badly. I'm so sorry. Also, Sarah, hi and welcome back. Hello. Are you? There it is. I can hear it now. I didn't hear it the first time. Okay, it wasn't. I have it now. That one was. If only I knew. I don't think there's any way you could have written that better than the way, maybe with question marks, but I got it now. That was a good one. And Sarah, how are you today? Yes, this is going to be a hanging stream. We're going to be hanging out and baking and snacking. But yes, I was going to say next time you have like a potluck or something, if you're looking for, or like just like, you know, a group of friends or you're hosting and you're looking for little snackies to possibly make or something to bring, I think the food that we've been making, high key, like, there's stuff in there. Like I would probably look back at that and I would just pick something from there. Like for myself, that's what I would do. So if you're ever unsure of something you want to make and you're like, let me go see some options probably. The Discord, that stream catalog kind of pulls through. So I'm hoping that these pretzels end up good. The one thing with the pretzels is, again, apparently like they're like meant to be eaten like within like 30 minutes of them being made. So that's more of like a hosting type situation, I would say. But you can prepare a lot of them. You can do most of the steps ahead of time and then just have the very end of it, like the dipping and the baking, which is probably a total of like 15 minutes of work, like mainly just of waiting, not even work. You can do that like the day of. So you can like prepare the dough and everything, fold it up into the shape, and then freeze that thing. And then you're basically good to go. You can even make them fully and then freeze them, and then you could pop them in the oven for a certain amount of time, and they'll apparently be pretty tasty. But yeah, I'm really excited for the dessert ones though, because I like have not gone to like an Auntie Anne's or like any place that like has the soft pretzels, like the sweet dessert ones, in a very, very long time. So I just have not been passing them by. I don't know. And I used to live off of their samples, but if I learned how to make them, then if I'm ever craving them, or if I'm ever like, I feel like I'm more likely going to make these things if I'm either streaming or I'm hanging out with somebody. So those are 2 scenarios that I could see myself making these again. I mean, I would make them alone too, but then I would probably just end up streaming the experience. But yes. Wait, I'm stressed out right now. Wait, that sounds, oh yeah, I know. It did objectively, but it made sense. The previous message made sense in the context earlier. But yes, out of context, it sounds very rough. My sister's trying to figure out what to order for herself online. She's asking me, should I buy this? Should I buy this? And it's stressing me out. I keep telling her it's all up to you, and that's why. Oh, and why am I making decisions for you? Yeah, decisions are tough and stressful? I mean, like, is your sister trying to like, when you say what to order for herself, you thinking like food? Or like you thinking like accessories and style, or what else can you order? I mean, I don't, furniture? Maybe? That sounds like I feel like it's not furniture. Accessories and stuff, ooh. Aw. Do you hang with your sister a lot? Like, does your sister like just like to, do you feel like it's more of like your sister doesn't want to make a choice? Do you feel like your sister like wants your input because your sister thinks that you're cool and you have good taste? I don't hang out with her a lot. If you don't mind me asking, is your sister older or younger than you? You don't need to dox yourself, or you don't need to say any ages or anything. And you don't need to answer the question if you don't want to either. Full disclosure. Wow, I haven't said the word disclosure in so long. It reminds me of that song with Sam Smith. What was it called? Latch? Oh, it was a good song. Sorry. Younger. Aw. Maybe they value your opinion and they think that you have good taste and stuff and style. But understandable though, it is kind of like, high pressure to like have to make decisions. I struggle making decisions for myself. I'm trying to be better at making decisions for myself. I'm trying to be more like, when it comes to style, I definitely feel more comfortable making decisions for myself for the most part. But when it comes to like buying stuff, when it comes to buying anything expensive, that's when I take forever because I'm always like, how badly do I actually want this? But like when it comes to like style stuff, I'm getting better. When it comes to knowing what I want to eat, honestly, when I'm alone, I'm pretty okay at figuring out what I want to eat because like I know myself-ish. But if I'm with other people, the thing is when I'm with other people and I'm deciding what to eat, I think the reason why I have so much trouble like picking something it's the reason why I think most people have trouble picking something is because like you're usually open to anything and you want the other person to pick something that makes them happy. And I think that's really what it is. Like I don't want to pick something and have the other person settle when I know that I'm indifferent. So like I wouldn't want to like let's say like there were like 5 different things that we could possibly get. And like I don't want to like say one where they'll be like, okay, I guess I'll do that one because they said it, but like it's probably not my preference. When like for me, all 5 would have been the same, and I'm like, well, at that point, you might as well have just had something that you did want. So that's why I'm always like hesitant to pick something when I'm like with people. But I do think that it helps because if both people or if all the people in the scenario have trouble choosing for the same reason, then sometimes it is more beneficial to have someone who will just pick something, and that will make your friends feel better than they would have if you had chosen something that just happened to be what they were looking for. Now, I do also like the Hannah Montana strat that I recently discussed with one of my friends lately and that I bring up on here, where you choose something and then as soon as you say it, you see how it made the other person feel. Do they wish that you said something else? Then you go with something else. Were they happy with that choice? You stick with it. But I'm trying to work on that one and get a little bit better at it. But yes. Plus I'm irritated because I only took a nap for 1 hour. Oh my God, yeah, I remember we were talking about naps too. Yeah, was it yesterday? Was this really yesterday? This was yesterday, I think. Trying to be in a positive mood, and I'm patiently waiting for my anxiety medication to kick in, and a lot of different emotions are going on at the moment, and I'm hungry, but when I'm irritated or upset, I don't want to eat anything. It's definitely like, it sounds very overwhelming. Now I feel like I should speak a little bit more slowly. But yeah, having, in general, if I feel like overstimulated and I'm low on sleep and I'm hungry, it's usually it's a rough combo. I don't know how I feel like, I have no real advice for this obviously because you know yourself best, but I hope that you're able to either remove yourself from the situation or find like a peaceful separation to just like breathe and not have all those things happening at once. I know the sleep one's a little bit tough unless you find that you're able to sleep at some point soon. If there's something you could do food wise, that's I think like what I usually do in that scenario. If I feel like I'm like lacking in food, I know it's tough when you're not hungry though, but I do hope you feel better. And I hope that you do feel hungry soon so you can be fed if you haven't eaten yet. This is very unrelated, but this song live went unbelievably hard. So that's helping. That's good. I'm currently drinking my Seltzy. God, it's cold in here too. It's not cold in here. The Seltzy's cold. It is like, it's been getting not as hot out, which is really nice, although it's getting hot in here. Now that I'm talking about it, I feel like I need to turn on my AC again. But you're gonna hear my AC. Every time I turn on my AC and I'm using this microphone, you hear every sound of it. It's like a nice little buzz. But I'm just gonna get the remote. I gotta prepare myself. We gotta be ready ahead of time. I don't know if you heard the crack, but my legs just popped in every way possible. All right, let's do this. What's that on? It's on 73. Let's put that on like a 70. a 75, maybe for now. Sterling, enjoy your 519 seltzer. Okay, it might be subtle. I don't know. I don't know how much of you here. Maybe like a little bit, teeny bit. How you doing today, Sterling, though? Hope you're doing well. We're going to be baking today. We're going to be baking. We're going to be making another dough. By the way, I know we didn't get to make the sourdough yesterday. Okay, I'm like looking at the mic meter. I'm like, I hear the hum already. Our sourdough starter though, like I put it in the fridge when we decided we weren't going to make the sourdough yesterday. But I will say it grew so much. It grew so much overnight after I fed it. Oh my God, like the line, let's say the line was like here. It was like up to here. Like it was like more than double. And I was like, oh my God, it was so hungry. But it ate well and it grew and I was very happy for it. But again, I'm not gonna be doing that yet. I still have to decide if it's something that I can even do on stream, just given how long it takes. It's like a whole day process. Or maybe I'll do one of these days, maybe up until this weekend, we can do either the latter half, probably the latter half of the process, and I'll do like the former half because we already in the last stream, between the last stream and this stream, we're already dealing with a lot of dough and kneading. So maybe you don't necessarily need to see those parts as much. I just need to skip like the 6 to 12 hour wait time. That's the longest bit. That just makes things a little bit harder unless we started a stream with that. And then we played Elden Ring for 6 hours. And then we came back to it. So you know what, maybe there are options. Maybe it's a Sunday type activity, I don't know. But yes, did my first message before my seltzer send? I do not think so. I do see 15 days until appointment, which is exciting. Almost so it's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow. Is it 2 weeks from tomorrow? I thought it was 2 weeks from my Thursday. Oh no, 15 days including tomorrow. Is tomorrow don't even listen to me. But yes, I don't see it. It was before your appointment. Yeah, it was basically all I said was, I'm at work right now. Shift ends in 2 minutes. I'll be there. I'll be here for real when I get home. No worries at all. I hope you have a good rest of your work shift, even though you probably can't hear me right now. But yes, oh my God, soon, almost immediately. Weird, I don't think it's sent. Mine does that too sometimes, yeah. That's also what's weird about it too. There are a few things that are weird about it. One, I'll be like, let's dissect all of the, let me turn this off. I'm like, let's dissect all of the weird things about that message. No, but what's weird about it not appearing is that like if it was over 500 characters, that's one thing. And then also it's coming from an account that's modded. So it's like, what are they trying to do here? It's on Thursday in 650 days because it helps my sanity say the lowest number. Yeah, you're good. It is 15 days because it's on the Thursday. It will be on, I think, the final day. I'm really bad at counting with those things. So every time I start going down that path, I'm like, never mind. I don't really know because I don't know like what counts. Like 3 days from now, what day is it today? Is today Tuesday? 3 days from now, Friday, maybe? Would that make Friday 0? I'm thinking 3 days from now because today is 2. Wow, and it's also Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense though. It is like the second day on the calendar usually. Well, on my calendar, depending on the order. Anyway, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't need to do this to my brain right now. After like 9 p.m., honestly, after any hour, because I never need to make myself stress out, even though except for sometimes at work, there's no point in doing that to myself. 15 days. 15 days sounds great. At this point, maybe it's almost 14. But truly, very, very excited for you. I can't wait to continue the countdown. We do have lots of plans for the next 2 weeks as well. I feel like there are 2 new games that I do want to bring in over the next 2 weeks. That I've been like looking at in my library that I think would be fun. One of them would probably be the Firewatch. What's it called? Firewatch? Something like that. And then the Adventure Time game I want to do. And then we're also going to be doing Wallace and Gromit next week. So we got quite a bit of stuff to do. I do need to look back at the mozzarella recipes though to see if there's anything else that we need in order to prepare for it, because I learned from the sourdough incident that I cannot just assume that everything can be done in a single session. But I feel like we watched a video on how to make mozzarella and it was like kind of manageable and it was doable in a single session. It was like a lot of steps, but it was in one session. I don't think there was that much like waiting time. You just kind of like cooked milk. I think something like that, maybe. I don't even know if that's an accurate way to describe it, but I feel like we like cooked milk kind of. Gromit. Wallace. I just think of their animation. They do look kind of edible, like as like creatures. Anyway, we don't need to go down that path. What I do think we should do is start gathering our things. Let's go through. You caramelized the milk, exactly. Gromit, when I put on a mitten, that does not fit anymore. So I keep pissed off and say, grow, man. Can you whisper that one to me? I need that one. I'm gonna need that one, and that one's gonna come out. When times are tough, that's gonna be the one that I really hope comes out. How do you even think of it? How do you even think of it? Sorry, it's just silly. Let's get our ingredients out, okay? So what I'm gonna need for this? Let's look at like what the first couple steps are, and we can kind of just work from there. So preheat the oven. As if I've never, when it comes to a stream, even in general, I'm probably never preheating an oven until I'm actually like at that step, because there's no way we're gonna get everything done in like 10 minutes. Like, what is this? And I feel like it's gonna preheat in less than 10 minutes. Wait, why would I preheat the oven now anyway? Huh? The first step was preheat the oven. They say that as if there's not a 1 hour waiting time. Yes, preheat the oven now, and then in an hour and a half, I think it's an hour and a half actually waiting, an hour to an hour and a half, that's when then you'll throw it in. What's the point? Ignore the first grommet. I've sent it again. Go for it. I saved all the other ones, so I won't have to scroll back or anything. Okay, so what do we need for this? It looks like we're going to need water, yeast. We got yeast. I put 9 grams, but it's 7 grams yeast. 7G. We're gonna whisk in some hot water and some yeast. And then some hot water, some yeast. We're gonna whisk it together. We're gonna mix it together, and then we're gonna add in some brown sugar. We're gonna whisk it until it's dissolved, and then we're going to cover it. Is that it? No other sugar? I guess so. Then we're gonna cover it, and we're gonna let it rest for a few minutes. Then we're gonna add in some oil, mix that together. Then in a separate bowl, we're gonna get some flour and some sea salt, mix that up. And then we're gonna mix that in with our yeasty mix that we prepared a few minutes earlier. And then we're going to, what is this? Begin mixing it by hand, then knead it for 5 minutes or so until it's relatively smooth. Okay, so after we mix everything together, we're gonna knead it probably on this surface. I did disinfect it right before this. We can disinfect it again anyway right before we do the kneading. But I think it should be good. And then after we're done kneading it, we'll put it back in the bowl. We're gonna oil the bowl a little bit. Then we're gonna put it over there. We're gonna put the dough inside. We'll cover it with a plastic wrap, and then we'll put it to the side for the next like hour or so. And then while we're doing that, I'm probably gonna make myself a little bit of miso, and then we're gonna make mayo again because I need to. Sarah, oh my God, hi. Just saying, I got a big milk ad on this. They heard me talking about mozzarella. Like the Milk Federation of Quebec ad. Oh my God. I never want to piss off Big Milk. I fear what Big Milk can do to me and to my digestive system. I've never seen, that's a lie. I almost said I've never seen a milk ad. My ass, that's literally my entire childhood was milk ads. Someone on one of the recipes today, by the way, Sarah, enjoy your 287 seltzer. Someone on one of the recipe comments today said, because one of the recipes for this was like 45 minutes long, and like I guess took them a lot longer. So they said, 45 minutes, my lower backside, and I was like, and I read it as just like 45 minutes my lower backside, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I was like, oh my God, they're saying 45 minutes my ass. That was like the most polite way to say it. They're polite with it. Big Milk is fucking killing me. That's so real. Big Milk was a huge like influence on like the U.S. government. In like I remember like looking about the story behind like the Got Milk ads. Was it Big Milk or was it Big Cheese? Or was it both? But don't we have cheese reserves in the US? I'm not even kidding. US cheese reserves. We have cheese reserves. So a visual data representation, we have 1.5 billion pounds of a stockpile, I believe, of cheese. Yeah, we have 1.5 billion pound surplus of cheese in the U.S. We store them in the cheese caves. This is so funny. But yeah, it's because I think we overproduced cheese. I don't remember what, like there's a whole like there's like historical, but there's a backstory for it. But the U.S. I believe did, you know, in its history of doing absurd things, usually for reasons. I don't know. I don't remember if this one was like a reasonable reason or if it was just another time that like, the government does something to make rich people richer. But we do have 1.5-ish billion pound surplus of cheese in cheese caves in the US. Isn't that fun? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not involved. I need to read more before I form an opinion on this. Big milk was fairly influential in Canada. We drank milk every day in elementary school. Like, what the fuck was that all about? There's a whole program for it. Like, guys, we were 6. Why do I need warm lactose every day at 10:30 a.m.? Because they needed to test out. I don't even, wait, oh my God. This is so funny because the amount of times that y'all are saying milk, look at how many milk emotes there are in chat. I'm seeing them everywhere. I feel like I'm being haunted by milk. I mean, weren't we all at some point? I don't know what's going on with me, with milk this week, but it seems to follow me. I talked about milk with 2 people today, and my boyfriend made me watch a documentary about it. Maybe that's why you're getting milk ads, or maybe, I think Big Milk is just at it again. And Lily, enjoy your 280-second seltzer. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do with this info. I do believe that Big Milk is after us, though. I do think that there's more to the story. We're all being haunted by milk. I do have extra milk in my fridge because I got milk for our past 2 recipes and I ended up being able to use 1 carton. So, alas, here we are. I'm gonna go put this back in the fridge and then I'm gonna start grabbing the stuff so we can begin making our dough because we're gonna have to wait a while for that to rise. So, in order to make our dough, we're going to need our yeast, not to be confused with weast. We're going to need a scale. We're going to need some brown sugar. We are going to need, ooh yeah, that felt nice. I'll get some salt out. You could always use some salt. I'll put you here. What else might I need? Water, yeast. Are you soft? I think I need to hydrate. I think I need to hydrate my my bear again. Oh no. Okay, it's still kind of soft. We have to hydrate our bear. Oh, it's still got some bits there. What else do I need? Oh, flour. Oil we have our yeast. It says find sea salt. I'm gonna use sea salt instead then. We have sea salt now. And we have an absurd amount of flour due to our sourdough journeys. Got it. This Big Milk convo has me actually laughing out loud while walking home. I'm impressed that you're able to read it and walk at the same time. All right, let me go back to the chat over here because I feel like it might be a little bit easier to read. Possibly. Hold on, it needs to refresh. It's still taking me back to the Elden Ring conversation. My goodness. We got it at 7 a.m. Early buses and living far away. I was at school early. And 1 warm carton of milk at like 2 p.m. No wonder I was sick all the time. That's so much milk. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you how much milk you're supposed to have. But I feel like this is a lot for. It sounds like a lot of milk. I feel like that would. Not to keep bringing the bathroom back into this conversation, but I'm just saying, I'm excited. We're making pretzels, my fave mall and carnival food. I'm so excited too. I'm very glad that you're excited too. I'm stoked. I hope we're gonna be doing both the savory and the sweet. We might make the dip. We're gonna see. Maybe we can prepare the dip at the end of the waiting process for the dough rising, and then maybe it'll be okay. But let's get our stuff together and we can just go for it. But I'm really excited for this. I can't wait. I've never made these before, and also I would like to be able to have access to them outside of going to a mall or a carnival. Cinnamon sugar indeed. I can't wait. I can tell you how much I personally should have. None. I'm so sorry. So sorry that they made you drink so much milk. I love that we're doing kitchen streams once or more a week. It's so fun. Me too. I love the kitchen streams so much. And I think what's helped is, the more we've done them, the more I've been able to learn about the setup, and the more I've been able to improve the setup and make it a lot easier to switch to our kitchen streams. So it really is a matter of a few buttons of clicking. I think if I get an audio interface, that'll help with 2 things. One, it's gonna help with my audio levels with my microphone. It's also going to help me, I believe, maybe I'll be able to utilize it in terms of like getting my headphones set up better, because the two things that make it a little bit more, that complicate the switch, the two things that are like still add bulk to it all, is the using AirPods for this, because they don't, it's like they don't last very long battery wise, with my computer at least. I don't even know where the case is. And if one disconnects, if one turns off before I switch to the other, then it's annoying to like get everything going again in the middle of the stream. But like we're getting there. Once I get that last bit, then it's just about setting up these cameras, which is very easy to do. But I'm hyped. I love doing our kitchen streams. It also gets me to like try different recipes, and I feel like these are so much fun too, because I feel like we get to see it really, like we get to see, I don't even know. I've never imagined myself making these things before, and I feel like one of the things that I find so exciting about making foods like this is like I love like sharing the joy of like seeing the output. Like I love like showing the result and being like, look what we did, which I can't really do when I'm alone. So I like that we get to do it in the company of each other. I just thought of a joke, but it's random. Can I still say it? Always. But yes. Milk as the drink is so. I've never had milk as a bevy. I've had chocolate milk. I used to drink chocolate milk a lot when I was younger, but hot. I never really enjoyed. I actually used to like cold chocolate milk until one day. I think I just got sick in general, and I ended up getting a little pukey. And I think that because it was right after I had chocolate milk, it like scarred me from having cold chocolate milk for a while. But now I guess I'd be okay without it. But like I use it mainly as just an ingredient. But I know people. Do I know anyone that still drinks it like as a thing? I mean, maybe. Whatever your taste buds give you. I just know my body. Look, having milk bubble tea is already like it's a choice that I have to consider what the rest of my day is going to look like when I have it. And it's a great experience during, but you got to think about what happens afterwards. And so I think just a cup of milk would be that for me too, just without as much joy, maybe. But wherever your taste takes you, happy for you. But yes, Wallace, me when I'm playing cards, but I can't find the ace. So I look at the wall and it's on it, so I say, well, you gotta send me that one too. And then I need that one to come out after the Grommet one comes out. The Grommet one is absurdly creative, maybe, I think. Oh, I think I gotta heat up water. We're gonna use our thermometer too. We're gonna use our little thermom. That sounds, our thermother. We're gonna use our thermometer because we gotta check the temperature of the water. I think we need it to be 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's gotta be kind of hot-ish. Warm, I guess, warm. But yes, you gotta think about your proximity to the bathroom. Exactly. I can't have a milk tea and then go out for the night. Oh no, that can't happen. Let's grab some bowls. Also, hi love. Yeah, this song is a jam. All right, let's do some bold decision making here. This is one of my favorite parts, and by one of my favorite parts, I mean one of the most stressful parts of this entire process. Just kidding, it's not that stressful. Is picking which bowls to use for this. So let's look at our steps. Wow, it feels so much easier making one recipe at a time instead of making 2 new things at the same stream. Okay, so large bowl is going to be water, yeast, brown sugar, and oil. Then in a separate bowl, we're doing flour and sea salt. Then it says add the yeast mixture into the flour mixture. So I think the flour mixture I'm gonna have here. This is gonna be my base bowl for like the core and the final dough. And then I'll do the yeast and the water in one of these medium-sized bowls here. So I'll put you here, and I'll put these here. I don't think I need any other ones. Transfer the dough to a large greased bowl. Why can't I just put it in the same bowl? Okay, fine. I'm gonna mix both of the things in these 2 medium bowls, and then I'll transfer it to big bowl. Big bowl's after me. Oh, I just realized it's gonna queue up whatever the last song. Well, let me just clear the top song out of the queue. It's Nikes by Frank Ocean, which is great, but I'll skip it for mood. It'll come back later. Don't worry. All right, so cue it again, Lily. Just send the same message, and it should work. I still have to fix that. I had it on my list, and I forgore. Can I put the Wallace and Grommet one together to make one big message? Yeah, you can. All right, so let's start getting this together. Beautiful, it works. I could see it. Sick. Okay, cool. Sorry, I had Spotify open. It was just cool to see. All right, so let's switch to our other cam and get this going. We can zoom in a bit. All right, let me grab you. We have a bowl here. I'm gonna put this here, and we're gonna weigh some stuff out. So, what do we need? Sorry, I gotta look back over here. So in a large bowl, mix 1 cup of water and 7 grams of yeast. So I do have this instant yeast right here. Never had it in jar form, but I feel like I have so much. This is wild. I also didn't know that, I mean, after I opened, I got to refrigerate it, which I think is kind of cool. I also took out my trash. My dishwasher is basically empty. We're operating clean today. We got no commitments. We got all the space and no limitations. That's what I meant to say instead of commitments. So I'm gonna open you. That's your yeast. Say hello to your yeast. Okay. So that's there. I'm gonna put you over there. We are going to reverse weigh this probably. Let's actually wait. I gotta heat up my water. You know, I plugged in my toaster and I left my kettle unplugged, which is probably why that didn't turn on. I am gonna need 1 cup, and this is at the 2 cup line, so I think we should be okay. And I'm gonna pour that actually into this cup here. What I'll do is, yeah, so let's do this. Let's reverse weigh. So I believe I need 7 grams. 7 grams of yeast. So you see it's at 0. Seven grams of yeast. Wow, I'm surprised that this is only 5.5. I guess so. Let me just make sure. Yeah. All right, 5.5. I think the more yeast you use, I think like in terms of quantity, I think that just determines the speed at which it rises. So I'll do 7.5. 7? Works for me. It's a little bit more, you know. Last time we used a little bit less than we needed. What kind of pretzel are you making? We're making one or two large pretzels that are going to be salty, and then I'm going to make pretzel bites that are going to be cinnamon sugar, which I'm very, very excited for. I think it's going to be great. Also, excellent Madison. I'll put them together in the actual final thing too. Is there a new Wallace and Gromit game coming out? Or no, movie or movie? There was a new Wallace and Gromit something coming out. Okay, now that this is open, I'm gonna put this back in the fridge. I'll put it next to our starter. All right, so I'm gonna take this and I'm going to turn this off. I'm gonna pour this in here. Okay, so turn it off. Move you to the side. I'm gonna put you here. That's definitely more than 100. It's a little bit less than a cup, because I think I'm going to try to put some cold water in there. I'm going to unplug that for safety. I'm going to dip. So that's 180 something degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of, you know what? I have filtered water, and it's colder. Although this, gotta change the filter soon. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put a little bit of this water in there. I'm going to stir. I'm gonna stir. Getting real stirry here. Stirring this. It's at 150. Yeah, I can see that. I can think that at this point. I can see it with my thoughts. Anyway, had to get real low for that one to work. All right, let's see. Mix this together. 135. I'm gonna pour some out. I'm gonna have to pour some out anyway again after. Whoopsies. 118. Gonna pour some more out. This standing on the scale. I want him to fall. Get on. There you go. Oh no, there we go. I gave him a little stage by accident. I just don't want to kill them, that's why. And thank you for the alert, Katie. You know, I'm just gonna... $98, $99. That's beautiful. That's basically 100. I'm surprised. It's not going to kill it? I guess not. Yeah, that's at 100, 100.4. You wouldn't have a fever. Anyway. All right, and 1 cup of this. Let me just do one quick thing. I'm going to do an exclamation point recipe. And then I'm gonna hit the second recipe, and I'm just gonna make sure from the second recipe to see if it's also hot water. Yeah, it does say warm water at 110 Fahrenheit. All right, we're good. We're so ready. We're so in this. These are gonna be the best pretzels I've ever had in my life. All right, so we have about 7 grams of yeast in here, and 1 cup of warm water. And I'm going to mix these together in a bowl. I believe this might be what I don't know if it's going to activate our yeast, but we're going to pretend like that's what it is. It does say to whisk it together. I'll get a whisk. Why not? We're going to have to wash the whisk and use it for the other bit, but it should be okay. So I'm going to whisk this together. We can even zoom that in a little bit. Ooh, that smells... What does that smell like? Bread? Also, bye, love. I hope they're really yummies and tasty. Thank you. Oh, not this. Too sad. I can. I'll pull it out, and then if it starts playing and you want to skip it, exclamation point S skip. Yeah, all connected. It's like skip with 2 S's, but I'll try to remove myself. All right, so that's mixed up. Let's get our brown sugar. Brown sugar's here. How much brown sugar do I need? I did not. I forgot to put the measurement for it. 36 grams of brown sugar. I believe the original called for 72. Got to make sure. This is all impromptu, so I want to make sure I got these quantities correct. I'm going to put you here. I'm going to tear you. If it says 72 grams of brown sugar, which means I'm going to do a little bit less than that. We're going to do... Oh, well. Reverse weight, so I don't need to use another bowl. Where are you? Add brown sugar, whisk until dissolved. So 36 grams. Oh wait, gotta tear it. Put you back. Making sure. Yeah, okay. $23 grams, 35 grams. Can I get that last gram in there? 36.5, probably close enough to 36. I'm going to whisk this together until it's dissolved. And also try to keep that in sight. Sorry. Trying to not make it as gross of a sound for you to deal with. Also, hi Zay, enjoy 160 seconds, sorry, 160 second seltzer. Thought I misread it, but then we had it right. How are you today, Zay? How you doing? How did your Tuesday treat you? I would say my Tuesday this week has been treating me rather well, especially compared to last week. It's okay, I'm gonna wipe down the surface afterwards, so it's okay. All right, I believe this is all mixed in. Brown sugar, whisk until dissolved. Cover with a plastic wrap at room temperature and let it sit for about 5 minutes, then whisk in the oil. I guess I will cover with plastic wrap, but I'll try to make the plastic wrap usable for the next wrap that I need for it. Actually, we'll see what we can do. This is the most painful plastic wrap container ever. Makes it very hard to use a minimal amount because it just cuts me. It did not put the blades in a convenient location. All right, set a timer 5 minutes and 0 seconds. I think it's set a timer 5 minutes, 0 seconds. Yes! Oh, we're back. Oh yeah, we're definitely back. That's all I needed. Once that I saw that happened, we're set. It's down. It's in the corner, by the way. Just throwing that in there. How's everyone doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I slept not like the most yesterday, but like it's like enough-ish. I had a productive work day. I had a productive post-work day. The one thing I would have liked to have done today was probably like do a little bit of a little movement, probably a little more exercise, and maybe have my lunch a little earlier. I don't like eating out of my like. I don't like having meals not at like within not at the times that I usually have them, because I want to make sure that I eat enough. And sometimes when I have like lunch later, then it makes me want to have dinner later and stuff. But apart from that, the day was still good. I still had a very hefty sandwich, some sides, and a tasty dessert for lunch. And for dinner, I had a nice little sandy as well, because it was super quick and easy to do, and I wanted to get into the stream. And I feel like the pretzels will also be a nice touch to my dinner. I'll be eating the pretzels. I'll be eating all the pretzels we make, and the ones that we don't finish making fully, I'll have frozen, so that we can deal with those at some point. Okay, so now this is on the side. I'm going to move you. Now we're going to be dealing with our flour. Cover with plastic. Okay, in a separate large bowl, whisk together 412 grams of flour. Let's do it. I'm going to grab this tablespoon here. All right, 412 grams of flour, and then half a teaspoon of sea salt. When you get a sec, could you turn the music up a bit? Oh, yes. Anytime, I will always turn the music up. Like, for me, like I'm always cautiously low on it because I'm scared it's too loud, but if it's not loud enough, oh, you tell me. I'll All right, that's 38 grams, 37. Of course. Thank you for queuing up some music, Lily. I appreciate it. I love your music taste. 169. I need 400 and something, I think, right? 412. 202. As fun as Elden Ring. I'm assuming it's Elden Ring. I don't know why they're not rendering on my thing right now, but I'm assuming as fun as Elden Ring has been, there it is. I've been sitting on these bops. I'm glad to get to play them now. It's true because we don't listen to music during it. I'm glad that we get a little sprinkle or sprinkled streams in between. But yes, I'm loving doing as many cooking streams as we have been. I want to keep up the pace with them too. And I think we will. We got plenty of recipes. Plenty of recipes on deck. All right, I need 412 and a half, really. 408. I really don't need to be this exact. I'm doing it because I can. It's like when you like try to like pull the microwave open between the 0 and the 1. Boom, 412, good enough. Pretend you did not see that. All right, flour is done, I think. I don't see myself needing more flour for any of this. And I'm gonna need half a teaspoon of sea salt. I'm gonna put the water away because I forgot about that. It's also going to refill while it's in there. Let's grab some sea salt. Is this the sad one? It is. I got you. Fixed. This is my boiler room. I love that. You are our DJ. Sea salt, half a teaspoon. So I'm gonna take this. I believe I can pull you away now. Timer's almost done too, which is good. I feel like that's probably close enough to half. This coarse sea salt, it does say fine, but that's fine. All right, so whisk those together, which we did. I'm gonna rinse this off. I'm gonna use a paper towel to dry it slightly. I do think that after this, we're putting in the yeast mixture, so it doesn't matter too much. Okay, we're gonna have to mix the mixtures together in here. This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna need it on the surface though, so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna stir it up just a little bit. It's mainly just salt and flour. And now we see our timer has just about finished. I was thinking, of course. I forgot, I should have skipped that one earlier. I totally forgot about it. All right, this looks good. So now we have our other mixture, as you can see here, which we're going to stir in, and I'm gonna mix this with my hands. Before I do this though, I am going to wipe down the surface one more time because I want to knead onto it. I am going to be putting some of this stuff away. I'll keep the sea salt out. I'll put the brown sugar away. We're just gonna clear. So one of the things that I'm trying to do today is clean as we go and take out ingredients as we go to see if it makes the cleanup easier. So I am gonna be moving things around a little bit during. But I think we're doing okay. I'm gonna leave this measuring cup that was just using water before. I'm gonna have my sprays here. We're good. All right, let's wipe down our surface. Just disinfecting this. This is where we're going to be kneading our dough in a few minutes. And by a few minutes, I mean like 2. You're just in time for the vibe was ruined. Fantastic. All right, and I'm going to do a quick little wash of my hands because I'm going to stick my hands in this. By the way, we are wearing the Patrox today. Patrox City. I'm very happy with them. All right, so now I'm going to be taking this. Oh, good call. All right, I do need to tap my phone though, gently, with just the tip of my finger, we're okay. So add the yeast mixture to the flour mixture, begin mixing it by hand, then knead for 5 or so minutes till relatively smooth. All right, so let's do it. This is the mixture. Awesome, and now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna leave it in the back over here. I'm gonna start kind of mixing this by hand. I'm gonna see where it gets us. Timer off. Yes, the way that worked. Whew. It's sticky. But luckily there's a lot of flour here. Trying to keep one hand dry so I can maneuver the bowl. Ultimately though, I want to knead this on the surface, but I do want to get it into like a dough bowl, so I don't care too much about what falls onto the edge or what falls out of the bowl. There we go. Oh, pretzels! Enjoy your 57th seltzer. We're making pretzels. I should have made a pretzel command for this. Smoking, eat some food. I love a side salad. I love that. Here we go. Get you mixed in. Are you still sticky? Only the parts that are on me. All right, I'm gonna start taking some of this off of me and dropping it in. Honestly, let me put you back in. Maybe I can do this inside the bowl. There we go. Yeah. So basically I'm going to be doing this until it just feels, or it starts to feel smooth. Let me get these. I want it to eat it. All right, I feel like my surface is ready for me to just there we go. Just gotta not get it on my couch. Although the hamburger can eat it. Hold on. There we go. Hi, Ray. I'm here to stay. Well, welcome back in. Hope you're doing well today. Let me do this. Set a timer, 5 minutes and 0 seconds. Let me try again. Set a timer, 5 minutes and 0 seconds. Damn it. Well, it worked once today, and that's all that matters. I can just look at the clock. All right, it's currently 10:10. It's currently 10:10. Keeping an eye out, which means by like 10:15, like this should probably be getting to where it needs to be. I am going to kind of dump that on there. I'm going camp. Ooh, no worries at all. That's so exciting though. Have you gone camping before, Ray? Last time we were talking about camping, I think it was with Willie when Willie went a couple weeks ago. I'm curious as to what your camping experience is like in terms of like what kind of camping. 11:11. Beautiful. Get this in my ear. Oh, I gotta switch AirPods. Oh, there's so much happening. You don't hear the music right now, but I hear the music and this. I got them both. Beautiful, beautiful timing on that star power. You were ready. You got it on the dot. Do you redeem the star power after trying an 11:11 to make sure that it's like 11:11 like on my computer? Or do you just redeem it when it's 11:11 for you and then you hope for the best? I've been sorting my movies into those portable, let me move you out of the way, into those portable, there we go. CD cases, wait, am I backwards from crouching? Oh, that went in different directions. Yeah, how many physical like movies do you have? At my parents' house, I have a ton. I want to bring some of that media here. I want to bring the players here. All right, I need to keep kneading this. Rocks, eat them. I usually redeem star power as soon as it turns 11:11 for me. So that when I do 11:11, it appears a bullet bill. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's smart too. So I need to keep kneading this until it gets to that sticky consistency. So I think we have the two tests that we can do. There's going to be the poke test. Let me get you tucked in. It's going to be the poking test where we poke and then we see if it like bounces back, which it kind of already is a little bit, but we do want it to look a little bit smoother. And then the window pane test is going to be like one of the ultimate ones where if we can stretch it out enough that we can see light through it without it ripping, then it's a good sign. I also don't want to over knead it, obviously, but I don't think I'm close to that yet. It is more put together now, though, and it's a little bit more stretchy, which is good. It's like a reunion camp where some of my family goes down and camps for like a week of the 4th of July, and the 4th, and on the 4th, a lot of family members go down for Independence Day. Got it. It's a little family get-together. Do you like sleep in like tents and stuff, or do you do it in like, I know that some people like have like a vehicle, or some people have like a big tent and like it's like more like they're in a camping location, but like they're still like using like, you know, more comfortable stuff and tech. What kind of camping would you say this experience is like? Tents. Do you have a lot of like do you have like an interior that's like furniture? Or is it like tents and sleeping bags and stuff? I always picture it as like tents and sleeping bags and stuff, but I know that, again, there are all different types of camping that people do. Let me get you all in there. Oh yeah. This is really fun. This is like Play-Doh. It's like slime almost. Honestly, good that I didn't work out today because this is a workout. I'm already sweating from it. There we go. My wrists hurt tomorrow. I'll know why. I said this last time too. Oh, see that ripped. All right, let me clear this area a little bit. Because I'm getting dried pieces of flour in here. Which we don't need. The dried pieces of flour are a little bit more crusty. Pickles? Hi, and welcome. Welcome. Ooh, my voice is cracked. Overeating something always pisses me off because the resulting pastry is like, you put too much, right? It's like, oh, you did too much. Like, what do you mean by that? This is definitely not ready, but yeah, it's still ripping. That's good though. I'm glad. Better that than the alternative. This is wholesome and cute. Oh, I appreciate it. We are making pretzels today. Some pretzies. Oh wait, I gotta change ears. Okay. Can I get AirPod case out gently? I'll just wash my hand after this. Gotta do this so my audio doesn't cut out. Pretzies indeed. How are you doing today? Would you like me to call you Nickel? Or pickle, or both? Beautiful, I'll put that on the side. I'm gonna wash my hands quickly. I guess I'll let that rest for a moment anyway, while we do that. And I'll get a little bit of soap. And then, my hands are not necessarily, that wasn't like a full wash. But I'm gonna get right back into the dough. I just wanted to, after touching other things, I want to just give it a pass. The Patrick Crocs come through again. Love them forever. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, it's getting more stretchy now. Oh, well, immediately rips it up. Pickle, Nicky, or Nickel is fine. It's the perfect combination. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I don't know if you bake or you cook. We do sometimes. Other times we play games. Other times we chat. We've been cooking a lot lately. It's been fun. We've been making so much tasty food. Hi, Willie. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Sorry, by the way, you probably hear the movement of this microphone. I like to bake bread. Oh, tell me your secrets. I made a sourdough starter, but I didn't know that it takes like basically an entire day at least to make sourdough bread. Do you have any tips or advice for sourdough in terms of like reducing the amount of waiting time? Or is it really just like a long game? Because I understand if I need to just respect the fact that it takes a while. But I want to be able to do it on stream, and I can't do like I can do a full day stream, but it's kind of hard to do. I've never made sourdough, pain, but it's okay. What kind of bread have you made? We made potato rolls last week, and I have them here. I put them in this other potato roll bag after I finished them, but we made these. We made these last week, and I've been using them as buns. Oh, that smells delicious. Wow. Sorry. French bread is my fave with honey butter. Ooh, I need to make French bread. Do you have any tips for making French bread? Because I'm down to try that at some point. What is your fave kind of? That's a good question. So we need to make a new brine, by the way. We need to make more pickles. I bought some cucumbers today. They're sitting right over there. We do need to make a new brine. We can do the same recipe as last time because it was delicious. But like if anyone has experience with making pickles or making pickle brine and you have suggestions, please let me know. I still have yet to find mustard seeds out in the wild. So those parts still seem to be like sort of a no-go. God, how much do I need you? Oh yes, and raffle is live too for 33,000 points. If you want to enter, you can type next join the chat. You can possibly win some points. You still have 45 seconds at most to do it. I love eating pickles on their own, just right out of the jar. Me too. That's what I've been doing with my with our sandy pickles, our quickles. I miss having garden and canning vegetables. IRL Stardew Valley. What other veggies have you like prepared? Have you pickled other things like onions and stuff? And this is fun. I know I don't need to do that, but it's a very fun texture. Ooh. All right, how are we doing here? I mean, you do kind of bounce back. I just don't think you passed the window pane test. I mean, it could also be smoother. But like, it does come back up, which I feel like was one of the signs. Until it's relatively smooth. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know how smooth I would consider this. It's still got a lot of texture up here. Let's see what these other instructions say. Let's open up the Preppy Kitchen one. This says to knead it. It says comes together and bounces back when pressed lightly with your clean finger. It bounces lightly. I mean, it comes back. Like, you tell me. Also, Nikki, thank you so much for the follow. And again, welcome in. I pickled everything. I used more parts vinegar. Okay, interesting. Absolutely, the better the vibes, the better the food turns out. What came out before then? Also, wait, Kangary's, who won? Might I just making bread or pickles or anything? Listen to your favorite music and have fun. Oh, you're right. That's probably why all of our food ends up working out. Because we are jamming out here. Also, wait, who won? Madison and Ray Kangary's on the 16,500. The recoil on that toe is insane, truly. Wait. I think it bounces back. I'm concerned though, because I don't think it passes window pane. Ooh, it's getting softer now though. Like it's, let me grab a piece. Oh wait, oh, see, I feel like it still rips a little. Yeah, it still rips when I do window pane. But I'm scared of over kneading. but I feel like it's still lacking a little. Maybe if I go a little slower, so like time can play more of a role than anything else.